children. Today is our second lesson, our second week for our video tutorials. Last week, Monday, we looked at adverb. We defined adverb and the types. And I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. So today, we are moving over to another topic, which is direct and indirect speech. Direct and indirect speech. So let's start with direct speech. Direct speech quotes the exact word spoken when someone said something and you want to say exactly what the person said or how he said it. It is known as what? Direct speech. It quotes the exact word spoken. Direct speech. It quotes the exact words. Exact words spoken. Like I said earlier, when someone says something and you want to repeat what the person said, exactly how the person said it is known as direct speech. Now, in writing direct speech, we put in quotation marks. For example, let us look at examples of direct speech. You have measles. You have measles, said the doctor. You have measles. The doctor told the boy, sorry, the doctor told the boy. The doctor told the boy. Now, observe this sentence. The boy went to visit the doctor, and the doctor told him, after examining him, the doctor told him that you have what? Measles. Now you weren't there, or you may be there, but you want to say exactly what the doctor said. He said you have measles. And how do we recognize a direct speech? It carries quotation marks. This is what is known as quotation marks. Quotation marks. When you are quoting what someone said. You have measles. The doctor told the boy. Another example of a direct speech. My bag is heavy. My bag is heavy, the lady said. The lady said. Look at it with the quotation mark. This is the exact word spoken by the lady, but you are now trying to say exactly what the lady want to say what the lady said using her exact word. My bag is heavy, the lady said. This is the direct speech with quotation mark. So whenever you see a word, a sentence carrying the quotation mark, you know that it is a direct speech. Number 2, I am very tired. The farmer said. I am very tired, the farmer said. You are quoting exactly what the farmer said. Maybe the farmer came back from work, from his farm, and told the children, I'm very tired. And when you want to repeat what the farmer said, say, I am very tired. You are quoting the exact word of the farmer. Another example, I will come with you. My mother said. You are quoting the exact word of your mom. The mom said, told you that I'll come with you, and you are quoting what your mom said. And this is the quotation mark. You are saying exactly what your mom said. Now, I want to give you some rules for okay, so this is all about direct speech. Now let us go to the second one, indirect speech. Of course, indirect is the opposite of direct speech. Remember, direct speech when you are quoting the exact word of the speaker. But in an indirect speech, we change the present tense. Someone using the original speech to the past tense. In an indirect speech, we do not use quotation marks. In a direct speech, we use quotation marks. That is to quote the exact word of the speaker. But an indirect speech, we don't make use of quotation marks. An indirect speech is mostly written in past tense. Now, let us take the first direct speech and change it to direct speech. My bag is heavy, the lady said. In an indirect speech, we are talking in the past. You start with, the lady said. The lady said that her bag was heavy. As I said earlier, indirect speech is written in past tense. All the verbs in a direct speech, when you want to change it to indirect speech, all the verbs that is in direct speech, you change to what? Past tense. And what is the verb in this sentence? My bag is heavy. The verb in this sentence is what? Is. And what is the past tense of is? Was. The past tense of is was. So in an indirect speech, all the verbs changes to past tense. You are no longer reporting what someone said. You're no longer quoting the person. You are now saying what the person said in the past. Maybe what the person said yesterday or in the morning. The lady said that her bag was heavy, and there is no quotation mark. Number 2. Another direct speech here that we want to change to indirect speech. I am very tired, the farmer said. To change this to indirect speech, you start with the farmer said that. You can see that we always have that in indirect speech. The farmer said. The farmer said that he, of course, this is the verb in this sentence. Am is a verb in the present tense. And to change to that indirect speech, all the verbs changes to past tense. And the verb here is am. Therefore, we are going to change am to past. And the past tense of am is what? Was. So the farmer said that he was, am changes to what? Was. He was very tired. Number 3, I will come with you, my mother said. Want to change it to indirect speech. My mother said that she would. Past tense of will is what? Would. My mother said. My mother said that she would. Would is the past tense of will. She would come with me. So I want to give more examples of direct and indirect speech. I shall list some direct speech and we shall change it to indirect speech. Remember what I said? I said in a direct speech, you are quoting the exact word of the speaker. And how do you know a direct speech? It has quotation mark. But an indirect speech, you are not quoting the exact word of the speaker. and all the verbs in direct speech changes to past tense. So we're going to list some direct speech and then we'll change it to indirect speech. So this is direct speech, and this is indirect speech. Okay. Look at this, number 1. It is raining. The children shouted. This is a direct speech, and as I said earlier, it carries a quotation mark. Now, it is raining, the children shouted. We want to change it to indirect speech. This is the exact word of the children that has been quoted, and then we are changing it to indirect speech. Of course, it is the children shouted that it was raining. Remember what I said. In an indirect speech, all the verbs in a direct speech changes to past tense. And the verb in this direct speech is what? Is. And the past tense of is what? Was. The children shouted that it was raining. All right. Now I'm going to write some indirect speech on the other hand, and then we shall change it to direct speech. He asked us if we went there often. If we went there often. This is an indirect speech that we want to change to direct speech. He asked us if we went there often. How do we change it to direct speech? First of all, what is the exact word of the speaker? We went there often. So we're going to put it in quotation mark. Do you go there often? Remember, it is a quotation mark. Do you go there often? Question. He asked us. He asked us if we went there often. Change it to direct speech. Get the exact word of the speaker first and put it in quotation mark. Do you go there often? He asked us. Now I'm going to write a direct speech, and we shall change it to indirect speech. Can you ride a bicycle? Can you ride a bicycle? He asked me. Remember our quotation mark. Can you ride a bicycle? He asked me. We want to change it to indirect speech. What should it be? Of course, it is he asked me if I could. The verb here is can. And one of the rules of changing to indirect speech is that all the verbs changes to what? Past tense. And the verb here is can. And the past tense of can is what? Could. So the answer is he asked me. He asked me if I could ride a bicycle. Hope you are getting it. Alright, the last example, I'm going to write an indirect speech and we shall change it to direct speech. Jaja said that he would come with me. Jaja said that he would come with me. We want to change it to direct speech. Jaja said that he would come with me. In direct speech, it will be, of course, we quote the exact word of Jaja. I will come with you. Put your quotation mark. Jaja said. So children, these are examples of direct speech. These are where I changed it to indirect speech. So in your books, you can give more examples of direct speech and change it to indirect speech. You can also give more examples of indirect speech and change it to what? Direct speech. Just observe the rules of changing to indirect speech. Know that while changing to indirect speech, all the verbs in direct speech changes to what? Past tense. In the first one, is the present tense here. In indirect speech, it was changed to was. In direct speech, do you go there often? Do is the past tense, is the present tense. Go is also the present tense. Here we change go to what? Went. Can you ride a bicycle? Can you ride a bicycle? The verb here that we are changing is can. He asked me if I could ride a bicycle. I will come with you. The verb here is what? Will. And here in indirect speech, will was changed to would. I will come with you, said. Jaja said. Jaja said that he would come with you. So you give more examples in your book while I give you some work to do as your performance assessment. So these questions are in direct speech. You are asked to change them to indirect speech. Our team will win the FA Cup, the captain boasted. Change it to indirect speech. Number 2. The weather is too hot. The weather is too hot. The old man complained. Three. My children are eating dinner. My children are eating dinner, Mrs. Babalola said. Mrs. Babalola said. So these ones are in direct speech. Change them to indirect speech. Now, I'm going to give you some that are in direct speech that you change to indirect. That are in indirect speech, you change them to direct speech. Nosa said that he could read for 3 hours. Read for 3 hours. It is indirect speech. Change it to direct speech. Number 5. My mother asked me. My mother asked me if I liked coffee. Okay, coffee is double F. And the last one. The pastor asked the congregation. The pastor asked the congregation to pray seriously. So children, this is the performance assessment for you to do. Change this direct speech to indirect speech. Our team will win the FA Cup, the captain boasted. The weather is too hot, the old man complained. My children are eating dinner, Mrs. Babalola said. These are direct speech. You are asked to change to direct speech. These ones are in indirect speech. Change them to direct speech. Number 4. Nosa said that he could read for 3 hours. My mother asked me if I like coffee. And the last one, the pastor asked the congregation to pray seriously. So we should do this. The correction.